768 Problems in Library and Information Agency Administration, Assignment 4, Presentations, Sustainable Development Tutorials. Planning for the Sustainable Future of Richland Library. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 10, Reduce Inequalities. The United Nations has produced 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Number 10 is Reduce Inequalities. Reduce inequality within and among countries. The ALA has created a task force to help implement these 17 Sustainable Development Goals. ALA's resolution marks a new era of sustainable thinking as we consider the economic, environmental, and socially equitable viability of choices we make as an association, as libraries, and as professionals. EFLA's consistent position is that access to information is essential in achieving the SDGs, and that libraries are not only key partners for governments, but are already contributing to progress towards the achievement of the 17 goals. This task force has adopted the triple bottom line framework of sustainability to guide its work. To be truly sustainable, an organization or community must embody practices that are environmentally sound and economically feasible and socially equitable. Let's look at some of the SDG10 targets. By 2030, empower and promote the social, economic, and political inclusion of all, irrespective of age, sex, disability, race, ethnicity, origin, religion, or economic or other status. By 2030, progressively achieve and sustain income growth of the bottom 40% of the population at a rate higher than the national average. Adopt policies, especially fiscal, wage, and social protection policies, and progressively achieve greater equality. Let's take a look at Richland Library. They have continuous, customized learning for all ages, which is the foundation for a strong economy and high quality of life. The vision is to enhance the quality of life for the entire community, and the mission is to help the customers learn, create, and share. They are committed to fostering an inclusive culture that celebrates and respects our difference and unique learning styles. Richland Library is already doing the following things that help them meet the SDG10 goal. They provide multiple languages for materials, multiple formats as well, databases and journals that specifically come in foreign languages. They have curated collections that highlight cultural and diversity in the community. They promote multicultural events and host them. And they have accessibility as one of their core values. How can Richland Library be a SDG10 community leader? They need to assess who is being served and who is not being served by their existing programming and resources. They need to strengthen and increase partnerships in the community. They need to share what works with other professional lists people, as well as other community organizations. They need to educate their staff, as well as offer professional development for other community members in terms of accessibility and inclusivity. They also need to adapt and evolve as multiculturalism and diversity continues to adapt and evolve. Community and staff buy-in aids successful implementation of SDG10 changes. This can be achieved through clear, effective communication and marketing. There is emphasis on education for stakeholders within the organization to inspire widespread understanding and adoption of this mindset. This is critical to the long-term success of this effort. Long-range planning should utilize libraries transforming communities' resources, such as community conversations, to solicit community information from which to design, program, and service responses, and encourage new partnerships. The work that needs to be done must be done in a deliberate order to build a strong foundation for long-lasting change in an arena as large as the world of libraries. Sustainability is not an endpoint, but a mindset, a lens through which operational and outreach decisions should be made. Let's look at the planning for disasters. The library can have forms and documents in multiple languages available for people displaced by disasters. They can also stock emergency shelters with these forms and documents, as well as a variety of other materials. They can increase their outreach, make sure that they are getting people in the community that have not previously been reached by their services. They can employ translators or people that are bilingual to help assist English language learners or English as second language learner community members. The library can become a safe space for people that are diverse and multicultural. Training staff in disaster preparedness is also a good planning item. And the library can advocate for multicultural and diverse needs during a disaster. For financial planning, they need to consider materials that may be challenged, as well as security and safety measures. Certain marginalized communities that are included in the library may draw criticism or challenges from other community members. So the library needs to make sure that their staff, and people presenting and gathering at the library are safe. They need to also plan for additional formats and more languages in the collection. Also, curating collections that highlight differences, diversity, and different cultures. They also need to plan to make sure that people are paid equally across the board and that people are represented on staff that are also in the community. Accessibility planning needs to include representation on staff and in the collection. They need to celebrate and educate authentically. Professional development needs to occur. Advocacy, ADA compliance, increased outreach, and community partnerships. In conclusion, the conversation about sustainability in libraries is no longer a pet project, but rather a vital part of the strategy to ensure that libraries are around for the long haul. ALA's resolution marks a new era of sustainable thinking as we consider the economic, environmental, and socially equitable viability of choices we make as an association, as libraries, and as professionals. Thank you very much. Please take a look at my references for more information.